You wake up, phone already in your hand, notifications stacked, group chats, emails, reminders, expectations. Before your feet even touch the floor, you scroll past someone buying a house, someone launching a business, someone figuring it out. And there it is, that quiet voice in your head. Why am I so behind? You were told this was your time. Your generation was supposed to thrive. But instead you feel overwhelmed, overthinking, and constantly catching up. Here's the truth no one told you. You're not behind. You were trained for a completely different world than the one you're living in. And the way your mind works, it's not broken. It's adaptive. Your anxiety, your overthinking, your constant need to pivot. It's not weakness. It's what I call adaptive awareness. Millennials didn't grow up in stability. You grew up in transition, analog to digital, offline to always online, linear careers to chaotic opportunities. So your brain evolved differently. You became hyper-aware, flexible, and pattern-sensitive. Not fragile, strategically responsive. You were sold a very specific script. Study hard, get a stable job, stay loyal, success will follow. That was the old map. But you were dropped into a world where the ground keeps moving. That advice is like using a paper map in a city that changes every hour. And when it didn't work, you blamed yourself. But your instincts, they weren't wrong. Your job, hopping, your questioning, your refusal to settle. That's not failure. That's intelligence adapting to uncertainty. There's a psychological concept called neuroplasticity. Your brain rewires itself based on environment. Millennials were exposed to constant change, information overload, and instability. So your brain optimized for fast learning, the pattern recognition, the emotional awareness, the risk detection. That's why you overthink. It's your brain scanning possibilities. Example. Think of someone who switches careers from marketing to UX design to freelancing. Older generations might call it inconsistency, but in reality, they're building cross-domain intelligence. They connect dots others can't see. That's how innovation actually happens. But here's the trap. Awareness without direction becomes anxiety. You see too many options, too many risks, too many paths. So you freeze, you feel stuck. Here's the shift. 1. Define not your entire life, just this season. 2. Delete, cut noise. Not everything deserves your attention. 3. Deploy, clarity comes after movement, not before. Real example. Someone feeling lost jumps between ideas for years, until they pick only skill, content creation. They ignore everything else for 6 months. They don't become perfect, but they become visible, valuable, consistent. Momentum replaces anxiety. In biology, species that survive aren't the strongest. They're the most adaptable. Millennials. You are the adaptation generation. You've trained your mind to handle uncertainty, learn fast, rebuild from scratch, in a world that's only getting more unpredictable. That's not a flaw. That's survival insurance. While others struggle to adjust, you already know how. So stop apologizing for changing paths, questioning everything, feeling deeply, wanting more. That's not confusion. That's evolution in progress. You're not lost. You're navigating a map that doesn't exist yet. And the moment you stop comparing your timeline, you realize something powerful. You're not behind. You're built for what's coming next. If this hits you, drop a comment, adaptations, and follow for more psychology that actually explains you